Hi, this is Vijay Bambani and I'm recording this video from my residence on the day the cyclone Nisarg has already arrived and hit the shores of Mumbai. So pardon me if you can hear a lot of noise in the background. That, as you can hear, is the gusts of wind thrashing itself against my balcony sliding doors. So I'll try to compensate by keeping my voice loud enough, and I hope I can get you this message across. Now, I've received a lot of feedback from the viewers of my videos, and I absolutely love hearing from you. Hey, these videos are for you, and I'm very conscious of the fact that I must actually try and attempt to have as much satisfaction delivered as far as possible from these efforts. I've made a video a couple of months ago on Equity Master about how the secret of very successful traders, yes, I'm saying successful traders, is that they allocate a whole lot of money to fixed income. The idea is very simple actually, it's simplicity in itself. You allocate enough money to fixed income securities that would take care of your home and hearth expenses. So you can keep the home fires burning from the interest income alone. There's an old saying, the secret to wealth is having so much by way of interest income that you never have to touch the principal all your life. Now, the comfort level of a trader who does not have to sell off or square up his positions because it's the first of the month and he has to pay the electricity bill or the mobile bill or the children's school fees cannot be expressed in plain speak. Imagine the interest income is running your house and you're hanging in there in your position because your conviction level is absolutely high. So you need a lot of interest income. And I've also made umpteen number of videos for you saying that come year 2020, the year is going to be absolutely challenging for people who are living off on solid, bankable and safe avenues for reasonably good returns. Today, I'm going to bring to you one such avenue which is likely to help my senior citizen viewers the most. We are now talking about these senior citizens saving schemes with the post office. Now, before you turn your nose up and say, "What? Post office?" Relax. Post offices are not what they used to be. The locales, the branches itself have undergone a whole lot of upgrades. Do you know the post office actually offers you bank accounts and net banking? Anything that you can do with any public sector undertaking bank, a government bank, online, you can do the same with the post office. Guess what? The interest rates are slightly higher. Guess what? The post office is run by the central government, whereas your government-owned, so-called government-owned bank is a public limited company under the Companies Act 1956. The liability of the government in a PSU bank is limited to its shareholding. Whereas in the post office, the central government is looking after your money. Still want to turn your nose up? Go ahead, be my guest. Alright? So let's now go to the post office senior citizen savings scheme. This scheme is for the people who are looking for the safety of their capital, remember the central government here, and looking at above average returns on investments. In this case, as we speak, as I record this video, the interest rate is 7.4% per annum. Sure, it's taxable, but there's a tax shelter, I'll come to it later. How much can you actually apply? Now, you can start with 1,000 and go up in multiples of 1,000, but you're limited to no more than 15 lakh rupees. It's a one-time deposit. When and how often is the interest paid? When you make your deposit for the first time, the interest will be paid as on 31st March, 30th September, and 31st December in the first calendar year. Thereafter, it's going to be quarterly, end of March, end of June, end of September, and end of December. Are you eligible to apply for the senior citizen savings schemes? Yes. If you're an ordinary resident Indian of the age of 60 years or above, go right ahead, open a senior citizen savings account. On the other hand, if you are above the age of 55 but less than the age of 60 years, who has retired due to superannuation or has been out of a job due to a voluntary retirement scheme, you can also open an account even though you're not exactly 60, provided you open this account within 1 month of taking your VRS. For the retired personnel of defense forces, our soldiers, we are very proud of you for safeguarding our borders and ensuring our way of life, ladies and gentlemen. Therefore, you will be allowed an extra liberty, an extra kind of concession. You can open a senior citizen savings account once you attain the age of 50 years. The maturity period of this scheme is 5 years. A person can have more than one account of the senior citizen savings scheme in different post offices. That's not a problem. But the condition being that the sum total of all your accounts put together must not exceed 15 lakh rupees. That is the upper limit. Remember, all your accounts are now linked to your Aadhaar and PAN number. So you can't really hoodwink the post office in this department. Can you have a joint account with your spouse, your legal heir, or anyone else for that matter? Yes, of course, you can. How can you open your account? If you're depositing up to 1 lakh or less, even cash will do. The minute you cross the threshold of 1 lakh rupees, it has to be by check or by digital payment. All right? In case you're giving a check, the date on which the check is cleared into the account will be deemed to be the account opening date. You are also allowed to appoint a nominee to this senior citizen account. Many of you might be worried about the fact that you could be moving house or even moving cities for that matter. Worry not. You can transfer this senior citizen savings scheme account from one post office to the other in whichever city you're moving to. In case of joint accounts, the modus operandi or the operational is very simple. It is the first and the primary holder who will be deemed to be the title holder of the account. Therefore, to that extent, you will be receiving after the first year of opening the account interest every quarter, which is at the end of the calendar quarter. If you wish, your interest from the senior citizen savings scheme in the post office can be electronically transferred to a savings or current account of your choice across any bank that you wish to. You know what? Nowadays, a lot of people have standing instructions and ECS, electronic clearing system, auto debit instructions for paying your landline bills, your electricity bills, and a whole lot of other utility services. So if you've already mapped your bills to a savings account, Not to worry, you can simply give a standing instruction in your senior citizen savings scheme to transfer the interest amount at the end of every quarter to the savings account of your choice. What if you actually need money before the maturity period? If at all you're closing the account prematurely, within 1 year of opening it, you will receive no interest at all. But remember, I said you will receive interest every quarter. In case any interest has already been paid to you, that will be recovered back from you. If at all you're opening, if you're closing your senior citizen savings account after 1 year, but before 2 years, you will have to pay an amount equivalent to 1.5% of the deposit, which is 1.5% as premature withdrawal penalty. If you're withdrawing after having kept this money for more than 2 years but less than 5 years, then 1% of the deposit amount will be deducted as premature withdrawal fee. At the end of 5 years, which is the maturity period, you can extend this senior citizen savings scheme for a further period for 3 years within 1 year of the maturity by giving an application form in the prescribed format. You can get this form from the post office itself. TDS will be deducted at source if the interest is exceeding 50,000 rupees per financial year. Remember, in the budget of 2018, the then finance minister had raised the tax-free threshold of interest from bank accounts from the then existing 10,000 rupees per financial year to 50,000 rupees per financial year. So the good news is that there will be no TDS as long as the annual interest income is up to 50,000. Now, for the crowning glory, you are entitled to deduction and benefit under Section 80C of the Income Tax Act 1961, which means that you will receive a tax rebate should you have a taxable income from other sources, or even this source for that matter, under Section 80C. So let me recap the benefits for you, my dear ladies and gentlemen, falling under the senior citizenship category. I'll be joining you very soon. I'm 54. Look at my white hair. In 6 years' time, I'm going to be entitled for opening an account in the senior citizen savings scheme. So let me recap the benefits. You are now giving money to the central government of India, not to a company incorporated under the Companies Act 1956, which is what your PSU banks are. Instead of the usual 5% interest that you're receiving from fixed deposits, or maybe even lower, you're now receiving 7.4% interest. You're going to receive this interest at the end of every quarter. There is no TDS up to 50,000 rupees, and you're going to get Section 80C benefit under the IT Act, Income Tax Act 1961. This is what you call double maza or kam dam. You're actually receiving two benefits for the price of one: capital protection by the central government and above average interest rates. When I sound too cool, unfazed and unworried about the problems that I mentioned to you about falling interest rates, about falling yield and challenges, I'm not just giving you my problems. I'm not just telling you the problems exist. I'm telling you those because the solutions exist also. This is the first in the series of solutions that I'm providing to you. I promise you there are more to come. Vijay Bambwani signing off for now from this video till we meet again. Do let me know what you think of this video in the comment section, and what else do you want me to record in the next video. Do not forget to click like on this video if you're watching it on YouTube. Do not also forget to please share this video with your family and friends and help me spread the cult of knowledge-based investments. Thank you very much. Hope you're staying safe. Goodbye for now.
Also, do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.